Hello, people of God. I just wanted to hop on really quick and say happy Pentecost today. Happy Sunday. We are definitely just living in some unique times. I know I've said it before, but we are really in some unique times with the pandemic, along with the riots and the continuance of the police brutalities that's going on, people. It's just it's just a sad time and space to be in right now. But I know as people of God, as believers, we definitely need to be praying. We need to be praying without ceasing. We need to stay on the wall. We need to weep and wail. I just ask God to, raise up the intercessors to kick it in full gear because, I know the injustice and with the riots and people destroying looters and, just destroying businesses, cars, I know it's materialistic, but I mean, we just can't do that type of thing. We can't have that type of behavior. It's like, let's make a statement in a different way, in a more positive light. I understand people are hurting and, in pain because of the racial injustices that we have going on in our country. And, it's just senseless murders and just because of the color of your skin and just hatred. Like, we gotta break and bind up that spirit of hatred. We gotta get rid of that. We gotta get rid of the racism. If you want to do something, I just say, write to your local, senate, senators, the local governors, whatever state you live in. Write to the White House. Write to the president. Like, let's make moves politically in that type of sense, not being destructive and tearing down, other people, businesses, and taking things that don't belong to you. Or it's just, it doesn't make sense to behave in that type of way. I understand the anger and the pain. I definitely understand it's not fair to have our people taken just because we are who we are, because we're God's creation. But this is not a battle of flesh and blood. This is not that type of battle. It's a battle of principalities, rulers of the darkness. This is a spiritual battle, people of God. This is not one of those things where it's just happening just because today is Sunday. It's a spiritual battle, so you have to pray. We have to pray against those demonic strongholds, those demonic spirits that have been released. The spirit of racism and division and disunity, that has been released for a while now. I mean, it's been some years since that spirit came out very strong. And it was like it released and it just ablazed into a fire. So we have to pray, people of God. We have to rise up in prayer. We have to write to our White House, to the president. We have to, we have to express our concerns, but in a more constructive way and not destructive. So I know that God, he said that the Pentecost this Sunday 2020 was going to be miracle signs and wonders. So I still stand on that word. I'm believing to see a turnaround here soon. Just on a more positive note, like we just have to, we got to pray. We got to pray. We got to do better. And I just send condolences to the families who lost, their loved ones the past few weeks from police brutality. You guys are definitely in our prayers, and I just say, hey, people, we we got to do the right thing by praying and staying positive and not being destructive. So let's make a change. We got a pandemic going on. We have, injustices going on all at the same time. It's just, it's a rough time, but we can push through this. We got to stay positive. We got to keep our faith. We can't let those seeds of bitterness and anger and resentment, grow in us, because thoughts become actions. Sometimes that stuff out of, their heart, those ugly things will come out. Whatever's in your heart will come out. So no, we need to get rid of that type of thinking and those type of seeds of bitterness, because they will grow roots in your heart. So we got to get out of that. We can't stay in this type of mind frame where we're just so hurt, where we're just being destructive. Like that's just not the way to do things. So let's think of other ways that we can make a difference. Let's figure it out. Let's pray, ask God to give us those, ideas and ways that we can reach our congressmen, our Senate, our senators, and the governors. Like, let's do it the right way. So I just want to get on and just give that quick word. God will just put it in my spirit just really, just really strongly. So I just want to jump on and just give that word to everyone who's watching. But I hope that this will be a good, Sunday, a good Pentecost for everyone, that we keep the faith and stay positive. We'll see you guys soon. Love you. Bye-bye.